In this brief video, we're going to go ahead and create our first program. It's typically called HelloWorld. Its entire purpose is to make sure that your environment is working and that you have some fundamental understanding of BlueJ. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start up the BlueJ application. Once it's started, we're going to go up to Project, New Project, and this project is going to be called HelloWorld. So in here, it's going to default to everything in the one directory. Right now it's going to my documents directory, so I'm going to go ahead and create Hello World. Up comes a blank screen. These are notes. Don't worry about that right now. You have a variety of different menu items across the top. Typically you can use New Project, but you can obviously open and close projects. You can create new classes, things like that. You can compile your code, but we'll go through easier ways like of how to do that or accomplish that. You can rebuild, which means recompile it. You can look at project documentation. You can look at the debugger, which will be in another tutorial, as well as terminal, which is where your output will go. I'll explain more about these things as they're necessary. Clicking on New Class, I'm going to do Hello World. It's going to be a class. We don't care about the rest of these types at this time, although we will go through enum later in the class. We'll also go through unit test. All right, a couple things you need to know. This is a class. The slashes means it has not been compiled yet. I just double-clicked on it. Up comes template code. It created a bunch of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and select everything by doing Control-A, delete it. And I'm going to paste in code that I've already written elsewhere to work with it. At this point, if you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it. I strongly encourage you to actually type this all out manually because it'll help you understand what's going on. Things you care about here, blue is a comment. Magenta is the visibility public. Class is a key word telling you what's on this line. Hello World for this particular class. Notice when I click on a brace, it highlights the matching brace. That's very helpful for you because when you debug, if you don't see matching braces being highlighted, you know there's a problem. Public static void main, strings args, etc. System.out.println is my hello world. Over here is a slider bar. As my code gets longer, this gray box is going to show you what you're currently working on or what you see on the screen. At this point, I'm going to move this over slightly. Notice the slashes are still here. Click on compile. Notice what happened? The slashes are gone. Down here, class compiled, no syntax errors. I'm feeling good. Over here, saved. Very important to see. There's an old phrase in IT, save often, save early, and you go from there. Now, I want to run this class. There's a couple different ways to run it. You can do it from the command line, but since we want to use BlueJ for everything, I'm going to right mouse click on it, select void main, which is the method I want to run. Don't worry about what a method is at this point. I'm not passing in anything, so I'm just going to click OK. Up comes Hello World. That's helpful. This is the terminal window. This is where all your print statements will go to when you're running your code. Very, very important. This says it's compiled successfully. Life is good. Okay? Now what I'd encourage you to do, if you opt to, is go back into this, change the code some, do a compile, make sure that everything's okay. Notice the slashes are gone. Now an interesting thing, the reason why I'm doing this is I want you to see a common misunderstanding that people have. It says, hello world, hello Scott. Now, this was my last run. Because I didn't clear the window out, it leaves the code there. If I want to clear out everything, I go to Options, choose Clear. Notice this is blank. When I run this again, hello Scott is the only thing that shows up. Okay? The reason why you care about that is at some point you're going to run this code and you're going to be really confused why there's so much output there when you didn't create it. It's probably because you just didn't clear your terminal window. To this end, you're good. Hello World's working. I hope it went well for you and that you got something from this lecture. Thank you.